Hello Virgo, welcome back to my channel. This is for your Reads Tarot. Today we're going to get into your message for the week of January 7th through the 14th. And I'm going to draw a rune for you as well. It's going to be from the Norse goddess Freya, the message will be. And then all of your spirit guides, heavenly angelic realm, will be in there as well, helping with the downloads. So if you need a personalized reading, you can find all my contact info in the description box below. And if you like this video, I'd really appreciate the like, share, and subscribe. I'm trying to help my channel grow. It really helps me. And thank you so much for all the support so far. I really, really appreciate it. All right, let's get into your reading. All right, only take what resonates. Hail Freya, goddess of love, divination, prosperity. Spirit guides, angels, ancestors of the heavenly celestial realm, and guardians, please come in for the sign of Virgo. What do we have coming in for them this week? For the 7th through the 14th. Sorry I'm a little late with the video this week, guys. Had something unexpected come up. Alright, Virgo. What does Virgo need to know? Virgo. One of my candles blew out. Sorry, let me relight it. You might be out of energy this week on something, Virgo. Imagine that, you. I feel like Virgos are never out of energy. Unless they go to sleep at night. They just get so much done. Alright, this one, okay? Thank you. There's let's see, 3 is calling me. Oh my gosh. Oh, well, you have the blasted oak this week, Virgo, I'm sorry to say. So it's a tower moment that's happening. That might be why the candle went out. You're out of steam. You're out of patience. When a Virgo's out of patience, it's a pretty big deal. It means somebody really effed up. All right. King of Cups. You might be involved with the King of Cups. Let's see. Then we have the Woodward, which I think is the strength card in this deck. Let me check real quick. The Woodward. Oh, okay. So, let's see, one second. So the Woodward is yeah, okay. So it is I guess it's, yeah, it looks like it's the strength card in this deck. All right. So so you have a tower moment this week, Virgo. I'm sorry to say. Something may be coming undone. Foundations are slipping away. The foundation was not strong to begin with, though, and I think that you know that. You have the King of Cups. You might be involved with a Cancer, a Pisces, or a Scorpio. Heavy Cancer for some of you. The Woodward, the Strength card. You're being asked to have inner strength through this transformation. So I do feel like this is a partnership with you and another person. It does feel romantic, I have to say. I'm not really getting anything else, but it could be something else. But it does feel romantic for most of you. I feel like you guys just can't seem to... It's like you can't seem to get past your own issues, or one of you can't, okay? Take that as it applies, because you have the 2 of stones here, which is the challenge card. It's the 2 of Pentacles in this deck, okay? I do feel like there's like past trauma that's affecting this relationship. It's like love is not enough, to get you through this, unfortunately. It feels like the challenge is just getting this person to open up, or it's you that's having trouble opening up. And you might have, trauma from the past where you were neglected in some way. Could be parental stuff. Like a lot of times, stuff that happens to us in childhood, it carries over to our adult life and it impacts us for many years. And we don't even really realize it sometimes until we get in certain situations. And then it's just like, whoa, why is all this happening to me? Well, it's because we have these things called attachment styles. And if you've never taken the test for them, I would highly recommend that you do. There's free ones online. But definitely want to, be in the right frame of mind whenever you take this test, because it can be very jarring, sometimes. But at least I find in my experience it has been. But it was also very helpful for me when I took mine. So, for instance, like, one second, sorry. Okay. I had a piece of like lint on my ankle and it was bugging me. But anyway, so like my attachment style, I found out was anxious, preoccupied. And what that means for me is that in a relationship, I don't like it when it's hard for me to function in the relationship whenever the other person kind of is like shutting down type of energy, right? But that's I had to go through an experience like this recently to understand all of what was going on, and rather than view it with judgment, which is what I was doing before. I chose to see it as very educational, because people's attachment systems play a big part in how they react to situation. It's what will always come up in a relationship. So I feel like somebody here is pulling away, and then the other person is, like, why are you pulling away? Why don't you want to talk about this? That type of thing, Let's see. Let me see if there's any. I just feel like I need to have another card for this. Will this situation be resolved? 3 was prominent for you. Page of Pentacles. Okay, so this is Page of Stones. This is Page of Pentacles in this deck. I'm going to be honest with you. I feel like some of you are going to be going in a different direction. I feel like you're going to be really largely working on yourself at this point in time. There's a need to kind of come back from the drawing board, okay, within this relationship. I feel like, this is what I feel like. I feel like it can be resolved, okay? But both of you are going to have to, you're going to have to be able to have patience with each other. And this is always the case with, certain attachment styles, anxious and avoidance. They have this issue. Interestingly enough, they are always attracted to each other too. So, it doesn't mean that it can't be resolved, but you're going to have to go take some steps back. And I feel like both of you are going to have to work on yourself. This is also speaking to me of a counselor that could help you through these issues. You might need to go to couples counseling in order for this to be resolved. Okay. And I'm sorry about the background if you can hear that noise. I think somebody's playing music in the next house next to me or something. I'm not sure. Super annoying. But anyway, sometimes they get kind of loud. Anyway, and I don't have my headphones on, but that's okay. We're almost done. So, I feel like both of you are going to have to, you're going to have to go back to square one, which square one in this particular circumstance, okay, it is within you, or it's within the other person, or it's within both of you. I do feel like couples counseling could benefit both of you very much, and just giving each other space, but being respectful to one another, okay? Others of you, I do feel like you're going to be going in a different direction. Like, this might be the end of this situation. The Tower card doesn't always speak ultimately to an end, but what it does speak to is it speaks to an end of how things are going at the present time. Like, most likely you've been put on warning before. You've seen cards or whatever, if you do tarot, before that have indicated, hey, you know what, you're heading for a tower moment. And the tower moment is when you've ignored the signs. It's when it comes up, okay? You've ignored the signs without doing anything about it, meaning, you know, like fixing it or, you know, finding a resolution or something like that, okay? So that's when the Tower card comes up. It doesn't necessarily mean it's the end of the relationship, but it does mean it's the end of how things are going right now. Like, you cannot continue on this path, and the universe is stepping in to show you that, because this is divine intervention, okay? All right, so let's find a rune for you. Okay, here we go. Let's see, which one do we have here? Oh, okay. We have, yeah, okay. So this is Odin's rune in Norse mythology. This is Ansu's. This is about communication. Communication is very much needed in this connection, okay? Sometimes the communication can be challenging, though, when the other person is shutting down. It doesn't mean you can't try to communicate, but there's a need to kind of pull back with Odin's rune when it comes up, because Odin is associated with introspection, right? He hung from the tree, Yggdrasil, for 9 nights. He sacrificed an eye to gain the knowledge of the runes, right? He went down into the well in the mirror, and he sacrificed an eye to do that. Okay, that's what the mythology tells us. So you might have to sacrifice, you know, your need for communication right then and there, Virgo. You might have to sacrifice, you know, your want for that, because the other person may not be ready to talk yet. But I do feel like stepping away, doing things for yourself is going to help you immensely. And just maintaining the lines of communication. If they're not reaching out after you've repetitively, you know, tried to reach them, then that means they need space, okay? Give it a few days, okay? It's asking you to step back and look at things a little bit differently, okay? Because you're not the only one that's hurting in this connection. It's also the other person as well. They're hurting in a different way, is what I'm getting. Like, they don't necessarily maybe have the emotional skills right now at this time to give you what you want. And I'm not telling you you should wait around on this person, but there is a need to give it space and give it time for now, and just see what happens next, okay? I would never tell anybody to wait on anyone. You know, keep your options open. It could be that type of situation. But give them some space, because that is what is needed right now. You will not get anywhere with them if you are not giving them space. And it could be, if you're a cross watcher, it could be the Virgo, okay, that needs the space. I know that whenever Virgos, when they're in a relationship and they're in all way, you know, when things are going really good, or, you know, there's no problems or whatever, they're in, you know. But then whenever a problem comes up and they don't know how to handle it or whatever, they have a tendency to withdraw big time in a connection, okay? So that's something to keep in mind too if you're a cross watcher. They will put you through that. You know, they're like, I'm not going to say anything until I know all the facts, until I've, you know, went through my emotions and identified where I'm at. You know, that's just how they are. Okay, so keep that in mind. So try to focus on, you know, yourself this week, and you know, you don't have to cut it off right now, but there's a need to like give them space in some way. Okay, so that is the message this week. I do hope it helped, Virgo. I'm sending you so much love and light, and especially peace for you this week. Please take care, and I will see you next time. Thank you. Bye.